Why did the school prankster never prank again? Chandler was the reason people actually looked forward to coming to school. He would always walk into first period with his stupid grin, and you knew someone was about to discover something absolutely insane. One time, our teacher opened her classroom door and found 300 red Solo cups full of water covering every inch of her floor. "Chandler!" she yelled, but she was already laughing as she tried to figure out how to get to her desk. He once turned the entire admin office into a ball pit overnight, using 50,000 balls he bought from some sketchy website. The principal had to swim through plastic balls to get to his computer. During junior year, he put bubble wrap under every rug in the building, and the popping sounds drove people crazy. Chandler never got in trouble for his pranks because he was good at making sure they were funny but harmless. During state testing week, he released 10 chickens in the building, numbered 1 through 11 but skipped number 8, so staff spent hours looking for a chicken that didn't exist. During junior year, he took every single desk from the 3rd floor and perfectly recreated the classroom layouts on the football field, so teachers had to hold class outside. The principal tried to shut it down, but the whole school complained so much he just let it happen. The senior prank was going to be Chandler's masterpiece, and he had been hyping it up since Christmas break. He told us all to meet him at the school at midnight to set it up. About 30 of us showed up that night and found Chandler excitedly unloading boxes from his truck. "We're turning the main hallway into the most insane funhouse ever," he announced while pulling out these huge mirrors. "When people walk in tomorrow, they won't know what's real and what's a reflection. Everything will look infinite." We spent 3 hours setting up mirrors, and it was kind of scary how disorienting they actually were. He had us add these bright LED strips that bounced light between the mirrors, creating this endless tunnel effect that felt way too real. "This is actually messing with my head," my friend said as he walked through it. "I literally can't tell where the walls are." The next morning, teachers were walking into mirrors thinking they were hallways, and kids were laughing so hard they could barely breathe. I was standing with Chandler watching people freak out when we heard the screaming. This kid, Ross, had walked into the mirror hallway and was hyperventilating. "How do I get out?" He kept yelling while his girlfriend Amber tried to calm him down. His whole body was trembling, and he dropped to the floor, covering his face with both hands. "The glass is everywhere," Ross gasped between sobs. Someone called 911, and the paramedics had to carry Ross out on a stretcher because his panic attack was so severe he couldn't stand up. Chandler stood there looking like someone had punched him in the stomach as he watched the ambulance leave. Ross didn't show up for the last week of school, and he didn't come to any graduation parties. Amber finally explained what happened after graduation. 2 years earlier, Ross was driving home from his job when a drunk driver smashed into him going 70. His car flipped 3 times and landed upside down in a ditch. The windows had exploded, and there were pieces of glass and mirror everywhere catching the police lights. Ross was trapped in that car for 2 hours, surrounded by reflections and flashing lights, thinking he was dying. The mirrors Chandler had set up with those LED strips reminded him of what it looked like inside of that crashed car. The therapy helped, but that morning brought everything back, Amber said while crying. He literally thought he was trapped again, and then when he started to have a panic attack, he thought he was dying. Ross had never told anyone except Amber about his PTSD because he thought people would call him weak. "When I saw Chandler again and told him what Amber said, he went quiet for so long I thought he might walk away. I didn't know about his accident," he said really quietly. "How was I supposed to know he had some car crash thing with mirrors? He kicked a rock across the parking lot super hard and turned away from me. I heard him because I thought making a stupid mirror maze would be funny. I don't want to make a mistake like that ever again."